biggest challenge you have, you cannot sleep, to you to answer your question, to solve your problem, create the multiple versions of GTP4, Council of Advisors, the biggest thing we will ever create. This is where the future is going. Hi everybody. Today's question comes from David. David saw my research on synthetic advisors and asks, what comes next? And it's a great question. So before I answer David, let me tell you a little bit about this research. I've been using a new technology to combine together large language models like GTP4, the one that you use in ChatGPT. And I use it in such a way that you can create multiple versions of GTP4 and assign to each one a different personality and different expertise. So one can be an expert in finance, one can be an expert in marketing, another one can be an expert in legal. This new technology I've been using allows all these different versions of GTP4 to talk to each other without my involvement. They don't talk to me. They don't reply to my prompts, and they talk about the topic that I decide. So imagine you are the CEO of a company. You have a really hard business problem to solve. You need some advice. Normally, a CEO of a company, especially if it's a public company, can count on a board of advisors. So can call these people. They have different expertise in their industries. They can provide the best possible advice based on their knowledge and their expertise. That's wonderful. But there are a lot of CEOs that don't have that kind of opportunity. Or maybe they cannot reach for a certain advisor when they need it the most. So what do you do in that situation? Well, AI may change things in the future. How? Imagine that CEO of a small company can count on a group of advisors, all synthetic, all versions of GTP4, like the ones I created, that can provide advice on finance, economy, marketing, business, sales, anything. And those advisors can talk to each other and criticize each other's perspective and ask follow-up questions so that they understand each other better. And the CEO is an observer. He looks, or she looks, at this interaction and understands better different perspectives that he or she didn't consider before. And eventually, these different advisors come to a point of convergence. They agree on what is the best way moving forward, and they give their advice to the CEO. And so imagine that you're a CEO, it's 1 a.m. in the morning, and you cannot sleep because it's the Saturday before a big acquisition that will happen in the morning or the Monday. What are you gonna do? You're gonna use this council of advisors. You will ask the questions that you want to have answered, and these advisors will debate in front of you and will give their advice. This is already a technology that we have today that they've been working on in the last few weeks, and it's wonderful. So David has seen this research I've done and asks, what comes after this? And it's a fascinating question. And the answer to this question might really create the future. There is another new technology that has been recently discovered. And this new technology extends the memory of an AI agent, like GTP4, for example, in the role of my synthetic advisor. And it makes that memory so big that AI remember everything that a person like you or me has said during an entire lifetime. Imagine somebody able to remember, recollect anything you have said from the moment you were born to the moment you die. Everything instantaneously. It's like having a search engine for your own life. So this new technology could allow each one of those synthetic advisors to memorize a very famous CEO, salesman, marketing person, a very famous lawyer. You could capture the wisdom, the experience, the knowledge, one of the greatest businessmen ever existed. Whoever is your hero, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, whoever he is. In marketing, is he Seth Godin? Who is the person that really has made a difference in his or her industry? Imagine everything this person has ever said memorized by this AI agent. Imagine each one of the synthetic advisors having the memory of some of the greatest men and women ever existed in our history would be available to you as a CEO of a company or a business leader of any kind of organization, available to answer your question, to solve your problem whenever you have one. Biggest challenge you have, you would ask to a synthetic version of Steve Jobs. You would ask to a synthetic version of Seth Godin, and so forth. I call this idea Council of AIs, and this is where we're going. We might really capture these personalities, and they might become available to all entrepreneurs around the world. So, David, this is where potentially we are going, and I'm really excited about this.